Hey, planner friends, it's Nia. Welcome to Life with Nia. It is the middle of June, so that means it is time for a mid-month budget update, and I have quite a bit to unpack here. So we are going to talk about where we're at so far for the month for our goals, income, expenses, business expenses, sinking funds. We'll do a cash envelope check-in for our variable cash envelopes, and we will talk about debt and where we are for savings. And then I am going to talk about something that I never talk about. The dreaded student loans. So let's start with my new fund. This is not even budget related. It is because I spent money on it, but I got my new iPad Air, and I don't know how to use it or what I'm doing just yet. I had an iPad, and so I know how to use it, but like to do all the things. So I uploaded a digital planner into GoodNotes. I don't know how to use that, but I'm excited to play with it and test it all out. Never, ever, ever. I shouldn't say never, but I have no plans to leave the world of stickers because I love my stickers, but we're going to enjoy our new iPad Air. Okay, so we're going to start with goals. And just sort of check in where we're at this month for goals. So we are well on our way on this savings and on this debt payoff. We did pay our quarterly taxes. I do not think we will hit this 10K in revenue, but we will always continue to stretch and strive for it. Halfway to paying the 865 goal on the venture, and we are making progress on paying off the Chase as well. So I skipped over Shopify, as you can tell, because we've done nothing with Shopify like we do every month. One day. Okay, so that's goals. Income. The goal this month was to bring in $13,961. And we are at $12,611. So let me just tell you, because that's a little misleading. I had $300 come in from my birthday sinking fund, $1,200 come in from my tax sinking fund, $194 come in from my P.O. Box sinking fund, $670 from the person I went on vacation with for my birthday, which was about $2,400. So it's not that I went out and earned income, additional income. These were inflows from sinking funds. I also have put about $800 towards taxes already because I set money aside for taxes for the Etsy income. So that comes like right off the top. So we are not balling by any means this month. The other thing is I had $2,400 come in from my leave buyback, which I was expecting. I sold vacation leave back. I pretty much have been able to do that. I say for the last 3 years I've done that. It's an option that's typically available to us. I hadn't done it prior to COVID because I actually went on vacation. But now vacation is not a thing. It's going to be a thing one day, but it's not a thing right at the moment. So I just go ahead and use that to do something for me. And I actually use that to purchase the iPad. So that's where we're at with income. With expenses, the major thing is Navy Federal. So $168 was due. I paid $200, and then I transferred $5,000. And that $5,000 went to the Capital One Venture card, which is at 0% interest. We'll talk about that when we get over to debt. There's still a balance on the Navy Federal card, but they were killing me with the interest. I was paying about $150 in interest a month, and so I think if all goes according to plan, I get that paid off in the next 12 to 14 months. I don't know. How much is that? Y'all know I don't be mathing. So in 12 months, that's like $1,800 I'm going to save in interest. If it's 14 months, it's like $2,100. So roughly $2,000 is going to be saved. And I have been really good about sending a chunk of money towards paying down this zero interest card with the amounts that I've transferred over. So I'm happy and excited about how that is going. And then the other expense was the iPad. So it was $1,362.99. That was for the iPad. I upgraded to 256 gigabytes of space because space is necessary. So $749. Then I purchased the Magic Keyboard Folio. That was $299, and an Apple Pencil. That was $129. I live in the great state of California, and so taxes were like 10%. You know, so I know that the price tag seems kind of high, but remember, I got that $23.99 leave buyback, and that was the intent, was to do something nice for myself. So we're not here to talk about how we spend our money. Just, that was my choice. So that is that. Expenses for the business. I didn't cancel anything I said I was going to cancel, so we'll revisit all of that come July. I had $194 I pulled from my P.O. Box sinking fund, and I did pay that. And then $1,200 from my quarterly tax sinking fund, and I paid my quarterly taxes that were due June 15th. So those are two major differences from the norm. Everything else is like ink, some subscriptions, Apple storage. I will say, I ordered blades on Michaels. I had not intended to buy this many blades, but I set aside $29. What I basically do is anytime I go to Michael's, and if they have one, I get one. It's like $15. I went, and they were buy one, get one 50% off. So I bought two. And I think that they intentionally only put out like one or two, probably to avoid theft. So I went online and I ordered 6 of them. And it brought the cost down from $15 a blade to like $9 and some change a blade. They came in the mail yesterday. Why were 3 of them open? Like, not just open. Like, one was stapled together and taped up. Another was taped up, but another 2 were taped up. And my thing is, my thought process immediately went to somebody swapped this out with their old one, returned it to get their money back so that they could get a full blade. My question is, why would Michael's resell that? That is just utterly ridiculous to me. I was so irritated. So I'll be taking those back, and I actually won't have spent $87.78 because I'm going to get like $30 back, because who wants used blades? Like, come on. To me, it's like, this is a item that you cannot resell if it's been opened and returned to you. And I wish I had one of them. I had the one with me, so that, actually, I took a picture of it, because it just makes no sense to me that they would have a blade. Y'all, look at this. It is taped up, and then it is, this is what I got in the mail. Taped, stapled, trash. Anyway, that's a side note, but that's going to impact that. It'll be like $30 back. So, that's where we're at with business expenses. I don't get annoyed about much, but that was super annoying to me. Sinking funds. We have had some deductions this month. So, of course, the tax sinking fund, we paid the quarterly taxes. We had money come out of there. I took $175 out of my vacation sinking fund because we went on vacation for my birthday. I also took all of the money out of my self-care fund, which was $86. It had been higher, but remember I bought the little nugget ice maker, which also no regrets on that purchase. And then I took all the money out of my birthday sinking fund, which was $213. Put all that towards birthday shenanigans this month. $194 out of my P.O. box fund. And then I took $475 out of my profit fund. I have not touched this because I was trying to figure out what I wanted to do with it. So it still has like $1,000 in it, but instead of taking money out of my vacation fund, which I did take $175, but because I want to save for like a really nice vacation, and part of my profit money may go to that as well, but I went ahead and took $475 from that to cover the rest of the vacation birthday trip. So that's where we're at with sinking funds. There's been additions to all of these funds as well, and I'll go over where we're at the end of the month once all the dust settles and I have specifics. For our cash envelope check-in, groceries, dining out, and gas. So gas, we started with $168 this month. We are down to $50, and that is because the vacation was a drive-to vacation, and it was probably about somewhere between 600 to 700 miles round trip. So I filled up before I left, and then someone else paid for gas when we got there, which is $6 there, by the way. I'm just like $6 gas, California. Hello. And then probably like a week after I got back, I filled up again. So typically it's one time per month is good, but we've had to do 2 this month because we went on a trip. So gas is down to $50. I don't think I've been that low in over a year in my gas fund. I've always had a little space, a little buffer going on there, but not a big deal. We have plenty for the rest of the month. We have a full tank. Groceries, we started at $260. We are at $135. Dining out, we started at $80. I can tell you I've spent $180.25. However, I haven't been categorizing things as dining out. I categorized everything as dining out, even though it may have been part of my birthday money that was set aside. Because me, I'm not doing much for my birthday. I like to go eat. Point blank, period. So I'm definitely over in dining out, but I can pull that from my birthday fund. And I don't expect to go over in my grocery fund. The $125 that I have spent in groceries, it's actually not even that high. I spent $125, but I just had today every plate. So I've really only spent $71 at the grocery store. And then every plate charged today. And that's a box that will come next week. And so I won't need groceries other than like I'll go get Pepsi and maybe fresh fruit and maybe some veggies. So I also can take anything left over from groceries and put it towards dining out if I need to. That is an option. All right, so let's talk about debt. So a lot of these don't really catch up until the end of the month. The Venture card now has, I transferred over the Discover, the Ashley, and now 5,000 of the Navy Federal. I couldn't fit the whole amount of the Navy Federal on there, and I wanted to have a little bit of room on the card. So there's $76.30 on the card now, and I made myself sort of like a little guide. If I want to pay it off in 8 months, this is the amount. 9 months, 10 months, 11, 12, 13, and 14. I have 14 months before the 0% interest goes away. So I'm aiming for 13, which is $610 a month, minimum. I'm really aiming for up here in the 9-month area. So we'll just see how that all shakes out every month. Haven't had paid on Quicksilver or PayPal yet, so there's no update to those. I don't know what's going on with Kohl's because it's $2 more. I didn't buy anything, so I gotta go look at that. So Navy Federal is sitting at I think $17.40, but I don't think the interest has hit yet. This payment has not come out for this loan yet. CarMax, we're down to $76.75, and then Chase was the printer. and sticker paper and stuff, and so that's at $400. So that's where we're at for debt. For savings this month, we have saved $740.10, and the goal is $750, so we are on target with our savings. Okay, let's talk about student loans. I don't talk about my student loans because, like, one, we're in pause, so if I don't have to think about it, I'm just really not thinking about it. I have shared, though, I owe a small mortgage, and listen, I'm just not finna let them worry me about them loans. So I was, and I am, in preparation mode to have to start paying them back. I thought I had a little student loan thing in here, but apparently not. What my plan was and still is to pay. So I think my payment's gonna be roughly $500, right? So I won't have my first payment until September. So in July, I'm going to do $250, which is half of the $500. I'm going to do in August, I think I said $375. I wrote it down somewhere and I don't have it with me. $375. And then in September, it'll be the full amount. So that amount that I do July and August, I'm going to put into a sinking fund, and it'll just sort of be a buffer just in case. So I'm not sure what the amount will be, and let me tell you why. A little story time for you. I want to educate you all because there's so much information that's not available to us, and I don't understand why. It's very convoluted. You call people, you get the wrong answer, you get the wrong information. They put you in a worse position than you already are. But there are a lot of support groups out there. So my amount that I owe is $215,999 and 46 cents. I have 9 loans. I consolidated in 2017. You can't consolidate together subsidized and unsubsidized. I don't know why everything wasn't all lumped together, because I have multiple subsidized and multiple unsubsidized still, but whatever. It goes back to there's a lack of competency running around the whole program. So my average interest rate is 6.875%. I have some down in the 5s. I don't think I have anything higher than 7. It's neither here nor there. The average is 6.875. So I've got these 8 loans, and 2 of them have a payment count towards public service loan forgiveness of 100 months. 4 of them have a count of 75 months, and 2 of them have a count of 105 months. This is as of October 2022, which is the last time I certified my employment. So that was 8 months ago. So really, these 2 are at 108, these are at 83, and these are at 113. So I frequently go in and research and look at different things, and my thought process was, okay, so these 2, which these loans are from 1952, y'all. They're from 1994, 95, 96, legitimately, when I started college. And I understand student loan program, public service loan forgiveness did not exist back then. Didn't exist till 2007. So, in any case, I figured, okay, these will be done next year, and they'll fall off, and then these will be done shortly thereafter, and they'll fall off, and then I have like 4 more years of these. Well, then I was reading something where a lady had similar type of situation, and when her first little batch fell off, she lost the counts for these other ones, and it kind of rolled back. It's like you're having to double dip in the payments. The payments don't count anymore. And I legit panicked. Because, like, what? How do you lose your count? So I started researching, and I learned about hanging loans. If you are in a similar situation, go research it. Don't call Mohila. They won't help you. They'll tell you the wrong information, and they will not help you fix the problem. So typically, if you consolidate, your payment count starts back to 0. But under the current IDR waiver through December 31st, 2023, if you consolidate, you will get the highest count on all of your loans. They're not going to tell you that, and they're going to discourage you from consolidating. Which, why would you do that to people? I don't know if they just don't know. It's like they don't have skin in the game. They're not for profit. I don't understand what the purpose of not telling people the truth, or I just don't know. It's baffling to me. But in any case, you will get the highest count. So I consolidated. And temporarily, I know that all my loans are going to set to 0. But it is on the studentaid.gov website, so I'm not worried about it. And I know people that have had it happen, and it's worked out. So I am trusting that it is going to work out for me as well. That means that all of my loans should get this 105 count. I will certify my employment probably in January, but I should be done in January, y'all. I will have 120 months in January. Now, it's June. They're slow. They're slow as molasses. So my consolidation has not been processed. I expect it to be processed in August. I still am not expecting for forgiveness, because I don't think the Supreme Court is going to do that. But even if they did, it's not even. I owe $215, so $10,000 means nothing to me. The interest that I accumulate every month when we're paying interest is about $1,300. So I'm not checking for their $10,000. This is my plan. My plan is these will be gone in January. So they won't be gone in January. I won't get excited until they're gone. I know it takes them forever to process things, but I'll certify my employment in January. I will get credit for January, and maybe 60 to 90 days after that. Once I have that 120, I'm going to stop making payments. And I think that probably around March, April, they're gone. They are gone. So if you are in a similar situation, if you have different payment counts, consolidate before December 31st. I'd consolidate now, just because it's going to get real crazy come August when the loans have to start being paid again. And you're not going to be able to get a hold of anybody. That's going to, processing's going to be even slower. They didn't add any money for student loans into their budget. So it's going to get real crazy out there. And they tell you it's, 90 to 120 days for consolidation, and then again for forgiveness. So, be prepared to wait 6 to 8 months for the whole process to take place. But when I heard highest payment count, I kept researching. I spent hours and hours and hours doing research, reading studentaid.gov website, and making sure that I had accurate, good information. I am by no means a financial advisor. I'm not giving you financial advice. Go research for yourself. But this is a game changer, because I would much rather be done in January of 2024 than have another 4 years on this last group. So if you are in a similar situation, go and look into it. The other thing for me is I have 11 payments that they are not counting for whatever reason, not including these 8 that are not counted just because my employment needs to be recertified, another 11 on top of that. So I know that there's going to be an adjustment still, and I could theoretically be done once that adjustment is done but I'm banking on January. I'm not banking on them 11 because I don't think that they know what they're doing, and I don't think they're going to get counted. So patience is what I'm bringing to the table. But it's like I haven't put a lot of energy into the student loans, and I'm going to continue to not put a lot of energy into them. I'm not going to get excited about it, but you see I got a little plan here laid out because I need to know, I need to get all the information out in front of me and know what exactly is happening. And I feel like I'm in a pretty good position, and that is exciting because I won't be burdened for the next 4 or 5 years with this. But at the same time, it's not, the fat lady ain't saying yet, it ain't over till it's over. So we're going to wait until it's over, but this is what we think is going to happen and how it's going to play out. So I wanted to share that with you all because I don't talk about the student loans because I'm just not trying to talk about $215,000. That's not a mortgage. I'm just not. I just like pretend like they don't exist, particularly while I wasn't having to make a payment, because it can be, I don't know that I feel like this is so much an issue for me, but I know for some people it can be like smothering. It's a lot. And I think not thinking about it, not talking about it, not dealing with it on it keeps it from bringing me down. So I am just going to keep plugging along, doing what I'm doing, using my little cloth and 5 A5 graph paper notebook, and living the best life that I possibly can. If you are still here with me and have watched to the end, thanks so much for joining me. I will see you at the end of the month with a complete budget update, and I'll let you know if there's been any progress on my consolidation at that time. And then moving forward, I'll also keep you up to date as to what's going on with my student loans. We'll start talking about it in the budget videos, so that I can I've given y'all the background and the story. I don't want to leave you hanging, so I'll keep updating you as we go. The other thing is I think my payment will probably change because of the consolidation. I definitely make more money now than when I did when I last had to certify my income. And I did have to do that for consolidation, but hopefully they're not crazy out here. I'm hoping it won't be any more than $600. But I can do that for, I don't know, 5 months. I willingly will do that to have $215 gone. Anyway, hope you enjoyed this video. I'm going to play with the new iPad Air. Don't forget to like and subscribe. And if you have student loans, share down below. What's your student loan story? Are you someone who's eligible for public service loan forgiveness? Are you hoping for forgiveness from the Biden-Harris forgiveness plan or something else? Share. There's teacher forgiveness programs out there and lots of different things. So I would love to hear other people's stories. But if you have mismatched payment counts like me, look into hanging loans and consolidation. I just definitely think you need to research that, because if I had not known and I had gotten into I just started paying my loans and got into next year, I'd have been hosed. People who have had their loan forgiven, like, if this had been forgiven and then these are still here, they won't go back and fix it. So, the people who are supposed to be helping you are not helping you. So I hope you found this helpful. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll see you next time. Bye.